What do you own that 99% of people are unable to buy? I was born into a family that owned a very successful business. My parents were extremely wealthy, and we lived in a huge mansion. I had everything I could ever want. However, my parents were hardly ever around, and I was mostly raised by nannies. I was sent to a boarding school when I was 10, and I only saw my parents on holidays. I was very lonely, but I had a few close friends who were also from wealthy families. When I was 16, my parents were killed in a car accident. I was devastated. I was left with a huge inheritance, but I had no idea how to manage it. I was still in school, and I had no one to guide me. I was also dealing with the loss of my parents, and I was struggling with depression. I ended up dropping out of school, and I started spending my money on drugs and alcohol. I was in a very dark place, and I was spiraling out of control. I was arrested for drug possession, and I was sent to rehab. It was there that I met a counselor who helped me turn my life around. I realized that I had been using my parents' money to fill a void in my life. I started going to therapy, and I began to heal. I also started volunteering at a homeless shelter, and I found a sense of purpose. I eventually went back to school, and I got a degree in social work. I now work at the same homeless shelter where I used to volunteer. I use my inheritance to fund programs for the homeless, and I also donate to other charities. I am now happily married, and I have 2 children. I am grateful for the life I have now, and I know that my parents would be proud of me.